And we're back. So for this part of your lecture, we'll be discussing anti-helminthic drugs. Okay, so helminths. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng mga helminths? Mga bulate bee. Okay, mga bulate. Okay, so these are our learning objectives for this for our discussion. So at the end of this lecture, the future FEU and our MF doctors, so kayo yun, must be able to enumerate the medically important helminths, discuss a drug of choice for each specific helminth infestation, and discuss the drug mechanism of action, clinical use, and adverse reaction. So there are three groups of medically important helminths. You have your nematodes or your roundworms, no, basing on the shape, your trematodes or your flukes, and your cestodes or your tapeworm. So, segmented siya, kaya siya parang tape. No, kaya siya tapeworm. Okay? For the roundworms, we have your Enterobius vermicularis or your pinworms. So, pin, kasi maliliit lang sila. Your trichuris, trichuria, or your whipworm, kasi meron silang parang whip, no? Your Ascaris lumbricoides or your roundworm na hindi earthworm. Diyos ko, magkaiba yun, B. Ha? Yung earthworm sa nakatira sa earth. Okay? Sa lupa. Okay? Ang roundworm, nakukuha rin yung egg ng roundworm sa lupa. Pero, ang life cycle talaga ng mga worms, okay, nagmamature sila either sa intestinal tract, no? Or sa humans na mismo sila nagmamature. Okay? Yung Ancyclostoma and Necator species, which are your hookworms, meron silang parang hook. Your Strongyloides stercoralis are your threadworms. For your flukes, ito yung mga Schistosoma species or your blood flukes. Ito yung mga flukes. Chlornorchis sinensis, your liver fluke. Your Paragonimus westermani or your lung fluke. Okay? Your cestodes naman are your tapeworm. Okay? From your beef tapeworm is called your Taenia saginata. No, hindi Taenia coli. Iba yun, B. Ha? Yung Taenia saginata. Okay, Taenia saginata, those are your tapeworms that can be found in uncooked beef, no, or contaminated beef. Your Taenia solium is your pork tapeworm. Your Typhlobotrium latum is your fish tapeworm. Your Echinococcus granulosus is your dog tapeworm. Okay. So this table will just show you, no, the summary of the drugs that are used to treat helminthic infections. Kung nakikita niyo mga naka-highlight dyan, na kulay dilaw, lahat yan ay albendazole. So when in doubt, when in doubt kung ano ang drug of choice, think albendazole. No? Kasi albendazole can be used for roundworms, for hookworms, for whipworms, no? Your cutaneous larva migrans, ibig sabihin yung worm nagmamigrate yan into the lungs, no? So, pwede yan. The lungs, the eyes, no? Yung sa mga cutaneous larva migrans yan. Okay? Sila yung ginagamit, albendazole. Albendazole can also be used for alternative drugs for threadworm, pinworm, and trichinosis. No, yung Trichinella spiralis mo. So, when in doubt, think albendazole. Pero, it's more prudent for you to memorize yung mga hindi albendazole ang drug of choice. Let's say, for your threadworm, so the drug of choice is ivermectin. Are you familiar with ivermectin? Di ba ginagamit yan ng COVID? May mga physicians na um, pinirecommend talaga nila yung the use of ivermectin. No? So, ivermectin for threadworm and for Onchocerca volvulus, your onchocerciasis. Okay? So, ivermectin ang ginagamit dyan. For Wuchereria bancrofti, your filariasis, no, diethyl carbamazepine naman ang ginagamit dyan, your DEC. Okay? Sige. For Enterobius, your pinworm, and your trichinella, no, you use mebendazole. Ayan. So, yung mga tatandaan nyo. Okay? Yung pyretel palmate, siya lang ang makikita mo dito. Ginagamit yan for hookworm. Okay? So, paano mo i-memorize yan? No, think albendazole. Memorize all the others na hindi albendazole. Mas madaling i-memorize yun. Alright? For your flukes, no, the drug of choice, almost always, praziquantel. No, yung praziquantel, No, yan yung ginagamit again for yung mga schistosoma nyo. Your Paragonimos, your Fasciola hepatica, ang ginagamit naman for Fasciola hepatica is your Methionol or your triclabendazole. Okay? Itong metrefonate, tatandaan nyo, this is the alternative drug for your schistosoma hematobium. Metrefonate. So, i-discuss natin yan mamaya. So that's for your trematodes. For your cestodes, ang gagamitin nyo naman is praziquantel. Kung sa roundworms, ang gamit ay albendazole, mostly albendazole. For cestodes naman, ang gamit is praziquantel. Okay, praziquantel. But your albendazole can also be used, di ba, kanina, with cysticercosis or your pork tapeworm at the larval stage. No? Alternative drug rin naman niya ang praziquantel. Your Echinococcus granulosus, your hydatid disease, no, you use albendazole. So let's discuss drugs that act against nematodes or your roundworms. Okay, so you have your albendazole, diethylcarbamazepine, ivermectin, mebendazole, piperazine, parental pamuate, and thiabendazole. So ito lahat ay against roundworms. So ito yung mga itsura ng mga roundworms natin. So just an overview of helminthic infections. Imagine more than 1 billion worldwide are infected by intestinal nematodes. So, marami talagang mga infected mga roundworms, no? So, the most common, no, sa US are pinworm infections. Hookworm and threadworm are endemic in southern US. Yung mga tissue nematodes na responsive to drug therapy would include your Ancylostoma species that can cause your cutaneous larva migrans. Okay? Migrants, nagma-migrate kasi sila from one site to another, no? Pupunta sila sa iba-ibang site, no? Species of Dracunculus, Onchocerca, Toxocara, and Wicheseria bancrofti, the cause of filariasis, are responsive naman to drug treatment. And more than 0.5 billion number of persons worldwide estimated to be infected by tissue nematodes. Okay? Hindi lang intestinal, as in nakabaon sila, no, sa mga sa under the skin. So again, ang most common na drug of choice natin when it comes to roundworm infection is your albendazole. Okay, the primary action is inhibition of microtubule assembly in the parasite with its larvicidal activity, no, in ascariasis, cysticercosis, hookworm, and hydatid disease. Okay, may ovicidal activity siya against ascariasis and cyclostomiasis and trichuriasis. Okay, so ganito ang albendazole. Ano ba ang albendazole? Ano bang drug to dati? Nakalimutan ko na yung brand name niya eh. So, ginagamit yung albendazole. So, albendazole, no, has a wide spectrum of anti-helminthic activity. It is the primary treatment for ascariasis, hookworm, pinworm, and whipworm infection, and alternative in threadworm, filariasis, no, especially in visceral and cutaneous larva migrans. Other indications would be hydatid disease and cysticercosis. For toxicity of albendazole, may short-term lang yan, no? Few short toxic effects in short courses, so 1 to 3 days. So, halos wala namang toxic effects, no, if used for the short term. Pero pag prolonged use, it can cause reversible leukopenia, alopecia, elevated liver enzyme. In animal studies, long-term would cause bone marrow suppression and fetal toxicity if used during pregnancy. No? So we have to avoid it during the first trimester. For pedia, usually more than 1 year old, usually nga mga 2 years old na yan binibigay, no? Yung pampurga natin. No? And special preparation is available for children. So that's for albendazole. Now we'll discuss diethylcarbamazepine. Okay, diethylcarbamazepine immobilizes the microfilariae by an unknown mechanism, which increases the susceptibility to host defenses. So, nakakagawa yung body natin ng sarili nating defense against the microfilariae of the helminths, of the roundworm. Okay? Drug of choice for several filarial infections, especially with Schirrhia bancrofti, Bruya malayi, and Loa loa also. It is eliminated through the renal route with a half-life that increased significantly by urinary alkalinization. Okay? Common side effects include headache, malaise, weakness, and anorexia. Okay? Reactions to dying filariae would include fever, rashes, ocular damage, joint and muscle pain, and lymphangitis. Okay? Meron tinatawag na onchocerciasis reaction, which is an intense reaction including hypotensia, pyrexia or fever, respiratory distress, and prostration. Okay? Now let's go to ivermectin, which is a very controversial drug. As you can see here from the pictures, no, ito ay injection for cattle and swine. No, usually dyan talaga sa kanila talaga yan ginagamit. Pero syempre, ginagamit rin naman yan in certain cases, no, but not COVID. Okay, the mechanism of action, it intensifies GABA-mediated neurotransmission in nematodes, which causes immobilization. So, hindi sila gagalaw and facilitates removal by the reticuloendothelial system. Okay? Selective toxicity, GABA in the CNS, only in humans. Ivermectin does not cross the blood-brain barrier. So that's a good thing. It is a drug of choice for onchocerciasis, cutaneous larva migrans, strongyloidiasis, and other forms of filariasis. Okay? Toxicity in general, a one-dose oral treatment in onchocerciasis, reactions to dying worms. Again, pag namamatay sila, nagkukos sila ng mga reactions. No? Fever, headache, dizziness, rashes, and pruritus. Sa tao ba, hindi sa bulate, ha? Tachycardia, hypotension, joint and muscle lymph node pain. It is usually short, manageable with antihistamines and NSAIDs. Dati nga, bago ka magpurga, magbibigay ka ng antihistamine in the form of diphenhydramine. Pero hindi na yun ginagawa ngayon. Kasi question ko yun dati, bakit po nagda-diphenhydramine? Papatulugin po ba yung Papatulugin po ba yung bulate? Pero actually, it is to prevent, no, or to manage yung mga reaction to the dying worms, quote unquote. Okay? Drug interactions, avoid other drugs that enhance GABA activity. Okay? And it is contraindicated in pregnancy. So that's for ivermectin. Now let's go to mebendazole. Mebendazole antiox yan. One-dose antiox. Ito yung alam natin, no, na ginagamit sa health center na pampurga ng mga bata sa community. Meron yung commercial dati, antiox eh. One dose, parang patay bulate. Parang gano'n. Kalimutan ko na. Bata pa ako noon, no? Pero yan, mebendazole antiox, pag binibigyan sa health center, ano talaga siya, naka-jar na malaki, no? Tapos lahat ng bata doon pupurgahin nyo sabay-sabay. The mechanism of mebendazole, it's a selective inhibition of microtubule synthesis and glucose uptake in nematodes. It is used for the treatment of ascariasis, pinworm, and whipworm infections, and backup drug for visceral larva migrans. Less than 10% is absorbed systemically and is rapidly metabolized by your hepatic enzymes. Its drug interactions include carbamazepine or phenytoin. No, those are your anti-seizure drugs, which increases mebendazole plasma levels, where your cimetidine increases mebendazole levels. So you have to make sure that none of your patients are taking these drugs before giving mebendazole. You can give other drugs naman as antihelminthics. No, you just have to weigh the pros and cons of the drugs that you are giving. For toxicity, it's usually limited to GIT irritation, and at high doses, it may cause granulocytopenia and alopecia. Pregnancy warning, it's teratogenic in animal studies. So, next drug is piperazine. So, piperazine paralyzes the ascaris by acting as an agonist at GABA receptors. So, nakita nyo sa GABA sila ng worm nag-a-affect, no? Sa nervous system talaga. Paralyzed roundworms are expelled live by normal peristalsis, no? Minsan pag pinupurga yung bata, lalabas talaga yung worm, no, ng buhay pa. Tapos magugulat sila. Minsan hinihila pa yun eh. No, alam ko wala na sa inyong pinurga ng bata dahil mga ano na kayo, ma-hygiene. With good hygiene na ng mga panahon nyo. Pero nung panahon namin, no, yung mga bata kami, ewan ko kumakain ba kami ng lupa. Basta parang Laging pinupurga yung mga batang mga kalaro ko. Siyempre kasama rin ako, no? Makikita mo yung mga bata lalaki ng tiyan pero mga payat naman. Ako mataba lang ako all over. So, di nila alam kung may bulati ba ako. Competitive. Competitive ang mga bulati kasi with the nutrients. Kaya talaga kailangan silang puksain. Yun kasi ang point nito, no? Parang ako, parang mataba naman ako all throughout. Walang kompetensya, ganyan. So, clinical use, it's an alternative drug for ascaris, no, your piperazine, with the side effect of mild GIT irritation. It is contraindicated in pregnant patients or those with hepatic and renal dysfunction or with seizure disorders. So, next drug is Pyrantel Pamuate. So, kung narinig nyo na yung Combantrin, yan. Pyrantel Pamuate. Combantrin. Contra... Comba, ewan ko, Combantrin, basta single dose din yan, no? Usually single dose lang naman ang mga pampurga eh. Okay, the mechanism of action simulates nicotinic receptor present at neuromuscular junction of nematodes. So pinaparalyze talaga nila ang mga bulate, causing muscle contraction, depolarization-induced paralysis. Your parental pamuate has no actions on flukes or tapeworms. It has wide activity against nematodes, which kills adult worms but not eggs. It is the drug of choice for hookworms or roundworms infection. It's the alternative drug for pinworm. It is poorly absorbed when given orally. Pero orally pa rin naman yung binibigay. Toxicity, minor GIT distress, headache, weakness, and use and caution in hepatic dysfunction. Next drug is your thiabendazole with the mechanism of action, which is the structural congener of mebendazole, similar action on the microtubule. So, sinisira rin niya yung mga microtubules. Your thiabendazole has limited use due to adverse effects, no? Like your intrahepatic cholestasis, okay, your GIT irritation, headache, dizziness, drowsiness, leukopenia, hematuria, and allergic reactions. But it is the drug of choice for larva migrans, no, your thiabendazole. So, tatandaan nyo yun. Thiabendazole, drug of choice for larva migrans. And it is an alternative drug in strongyloides and trichinosis, which is the adult worms, no, ng trichinosis. Rapidly absorbed from the gut, metabolized by liver enzyme. It also has anti-inflammatory and immunorestorative actions in the host. Okay? Magkakaroon din ng reactions to dying parasite. May rare and serious side effects or irreversible liver failure and fatal Stevens-Johnson syndrome. Okay, so these are one of the drugs that may cause Stevens-Johnson syndrome. You avoid in pregnancy and in hepatic and renal disease. So those we've already discussed, no, drugs that act on roundworms. So let's now go to the drugs that act against your trematodes. No, your trematodes naman, your flukes, your schistosoma, your chlorganosis, your Clonorchis sinensis, and your Paragonimus westermani. So those are your trematodes. So the drugs here would include praziquantel, bithionol, metrifonate, and oxamniquine. Usually we use your praziquantel. Okay, so yun yung mga itsura ng schistosoma. Okay? So, medically important trematodes, your schistosoma species, or your blood flukes, your Clonorchis sinensis, or your liver fluke, and your Paragonimus westermani, or your lung fluke. Okay? Your geographic distribution, for schistosoma, more than 150 million persons are affected worldwide, but they respond well to praziquantel. Some lang na may exceptions na hindi nagre-respond. Okay, your Clonorchis sinensis, your liver fluke, is endemic in Southeast Asia, so sa atin yun, and responds well with praziquantel. Your Paragonimus westermani, or your lung fluke, no, Asia and Indian subcontinent, and responds well with praziquantel. Ibig sabihin, pwede sila lahat sa anong drug? Praziquantel. Okay, your praziquantel. The mechanism of action of your praziquantel increases membrane permeability to calcium, initial marked contraction, therefore paralysis of trematode and cestode muscles. There can be vacuolization and eventually parasite death. Your praziquantel has a wide anti-helminthic spectrum, active in both trematode and cestode tapeworm. Drug of choice in all schistosomiasis, clonorchiasis, and paragoniamiasis, and for infections caused by small and large intestinal fluke. It is active against both immature and adult schistosomal forms. Of two drug of choice with niclosamide for infections caused by cestodes, all common tapeworms naman yan. Okay? Alternative agent to albendazole in the treatment of cysticercosis. So, tatandaan nyo lang dito sa mga worms talaga, all their DOCs. Very important ang drug of choice sa kanila. Okay? Your praziquantel has a rapid GIT absorption. It is metabolized by the liver to inactive products. Toxicity, again, contraindicated ang praziquantel due to ocular cysticercosis. Kasi ang mangyayari, di ba, pinapatay niya yung drug. So, kung nasa mata yung parasite mo, dun siya mag-destroy, no? Baka mamaya, masira, mabulag talaga siya, no? And may cause irreparable lesions, no? Ayan yung itsura niyan, oh. Ocular cysticercosis. Matayan B, no? May bulate siya. Ito yung bulate niya, oh. Okay? And when given in pregnant patient, in pregnant animals, no, may increase in the rate of abortion. Okay? So, hindi na natin binibigyan sa pregnant. So, hindi siya pwede, again, dyan sa ocular cysticercosis. Your is the co-drug of choice with triclebendazole for fascioliasis or your sheep liver fluke. In alternative, in agent in paragoniamiasis or your lung fluke. The mechanism of action is unknown, although it is very effective orally and eliminated in the urine. Toxicity, very common GIT distress, no less frequent pyrexia, tinnitus, proteinuria, and leukopenia. Your metryphenate, di ba, this is an alternative drug for your schistosoma hematobium. Your metryphenate is an organophosphate prodrug converted in the body to the cholinesterase inhibitor dichlorvos. Okay? Guys, sa lecture na to, yung mga naka-highlight na yellow, tatandaan nyo yan. Kasi lalabas yan sa exam nyo. No? Spectrum of activity acts solely against schistosoma hematobium, which is the cause of bilariasis. Toxicity, symptoms of excess cholinergic stimulation, and contraindicated, again, in pregnancy. So, your metryphenate. Next, we'll go to your oxamniquine. Your oxamniquine is effective solely in schistosoma mansoni. So, tandaan nyo yan. No? Your intestinal bilariasis, your oxamniquine. The target stages, it acts on male immature forms and adult schistosomal forms. It causes worm paralysis. The mechanism of action is actually unknown. Ang adverse effect niya, common dizziness. So, you have to avoid driving for 24 hours. May cause headache, GI irritation, and pruritus. It is contraindicated in pregnancy and in patients with history of seizure disorders. Okay, so that's for your trematodes. Now, let's go to the tapeworm. So, tapeworm, ang pinaka-importante dito is your niclosamide. Okay? So, for your cestodes, meron kang beef tapeworm, pork tapeworm, no? Pag hindi sila nalulutong mabuti, your Typhlobotrium latum, your fish tapeworm, and your Echinococcus granulosus or your dog tapeworm. So, again, ito na naman silang lahat. The primary drug of treatment is your praziquantel and your niclosamide. So, yung praziquantel, diniscuss na natin yan kanina. Dito na tayo sa niclosamide na pagdidiscuss. So, basically, this is just the summary of all the clinically important tapeworms. Okay, again, yung beef can cause taeniasis. Your pork tapeworm can cause taeniasis and cysticercosis. No, if eggs are ingested. Pag fish tapeworm, diphyllobotriasis, no, which can cause vitamin B12 deficiency. So, i-highlight din natin to ng yellow. Okay, vitamin B12 deficiency. Sige, i-highlight natin siya ng yellow para, ayan, highlight ko siya ng yellow ha. Para alam ko kung nakinig kayo dito sa lecture na to. Okay, ang vitamin B12 deficiency. Alright. Your dog tapeworm, no, can cause hydatid disease or cystic echinococosis. Your dwarf tapeworm, no, Hymenopeltis nana. But naisip ko yung nana talaga. Parang naisip ko dwarf tapeworm talaga siya. Meron pang alveolar tapeworm, no, that can cause alveolar echinocosis, no, which is more invasive. Okay? So, na-discuss na natin yung praziquantel kanina. Let's now discuss your niclosamide. Your niclosamide uncouples oxidative phosphorylation or activates ATPases. It is an alternative to praziquantel, no, for your teniasis. Not effective in cysticercosis. You use albendazole or praziquantel. It is not effective in hydatid disease caused by Echinococcus granulosus. You use albendazole. You kill skull excess and cestode segments, but not ova. It is just effective for small and large intestinal fluke infections. No? Usually mild ang mga toxicity niya, GI distress, headache, rash, fever, and may result in the systemic absorption of antigens from disintegrating parasites. Okay, when taking niclosamide, i-highlight ulit natin ang yellow. Avoid ethanol for 24 to 48 hours due to decreased ethanol metabolism when combined with niclosamide. Okay, so lasing-lasing siya lagi. Alright, so that ends our lecture on anti-helminthic drugs. Okay, so I hope at this part you were able to enumerate the medically important helminths, know your roundworms, your flukes, and your tapeworms. You discuss the drug of choice for each specific helminth infestation or infection, and be able to discuss the drug's mechanism of action, clinical use, and adverse reaction. Alright, so thank you.